Hi everybody, tonight's video will be a mitten made on my Addi Pro 22 needle machine. So first I will cast with waste yarn. What is waste yarn? The waste yarn is a yarn that it will help me to close my tube at the end. So I cast on with my waste yarn by going one in the front, one in the back for the first row, and then I put that in the yarn feeder and I crank till I reach at least 5 rows of waste yarn. When I reach 5 rows of waste yarn, I will come back with my working yarn, the one I use for my project, and I will do 100 rows. 100 rows. Put that in your notebook. And the video will be at least 20 minutes, so if you need a drink, click on pause and go get a drink. So I will go like this, and I will show you a little trick because my row counter doesn't work. And I already switched on another one and it doesn't work. So every 10 rows now I go and put a stitch marker. So I keep track like this. So I prepare my stitch marker before. So if I need 100 rows, I will do 9. So every time I will do 10 rows, I will add a stitch marker. This very easy. So I will go a little bit faster now because I think you get it. So I will go faster till I reach the 100 rows. So crank till you reach your 100 rows. 100 rows. When it starts touching the table like this, you put your hand in it and pull to prevent drop stitch, because if it's getting too much tension on the needle, you will have drop stitch. You don't want it. So there you go, almost there. I reached the 100 rows. Count it. 10. There. So I got my 100 rows. Time to remove. I cut my yarn and add the waste yarn again in front of the needle and crank till I ran out of yarn. It will remove. There. Almost finished. Could see it remove. There. Put that aside. Time for the thumbs now. You see all the stitch marker is still there, and they will be very easy to remove after. Don't worry. Just with the tip of your wool needle, and it's very it's voila, it's easy. So cast on again. There. Crank till you reach at least 5 rows, and then you open your yarn feeder, put that in the middle, put your yellow yarn in front of the white needle, and then you crank. So for the thumbs, the mitten is for medium size and for women. So I decided to go with the 14 rows of yarn for this thumbs. So you do the 14 rows and then you come back with the waste yarn to remove it from the machine. Easy. I reached the 14, put that in the middle, put the blue line, not line but yarn in front of the white needle, and then you crank till you ran out of blue yarn, the waste yarn. Be careful, everything's fine. Put that aside. Bring your 2-piece and your stretch. So you understand that you do 2 thumbs and 2 body of the mitten. I didn't say it, but I didn't write it on the screen, so all people will get it. You need 2. So it shows that by grabbing 1 stitch at a time. I'm going very slow. I have a hook number 4 or number 5, and I grab 1 stitch on one side, 1 stitch on the other side, and I will go a little bit faster after here. But I think you reach it. You get it. So I will slower when I reach the other end of this row. Don't worry. So grab every stitches. If you miss one, you're gonna have a drop stitch and it's not fun. So I go and grab all the stitches like this, one by one, like this, and grab another one here and here. There. Time to remove the waste yarn. Waste yarn, when you have to remove the starting point, it's always the first row to remove. It's the row that we cast on with our hands. So that's why it's a little bit harder to remove sometimes. But when you get the trick, it's easy. Oops. Almost lost my stuff. So be careful for that one, because the stitch is not closed, so I will close it there. Remove the waste yarn. Ta-da! It's gone. Hiding time. Hide all those little tail of yarn inside of the 2 layer. Click. Pull a little bit, and oops, I got another stitch that I didn't get it. It's still alive. So I will go with my yarn needle and grab it with the tail of yarn that I have the opposite way. It's very easy. You don't panic when that happens. There's always a solution. So I have the stitches now. I have the stitch now, and time to do a little double knot in it. There. Time to do a little knot, so it's secure now. Ta-da! Okay, I will hide it now. Inside, clip, stretch, and now it's mattress stitch time. So for the mattress stitch, I will go a little bit slower at the beginning, because you will need to do that for the thumbs, the 2 thumbs, and also for the 2 mittens body. So this part is the slower one I will show. The rest will be a little bit faster for the mattress stitch, because it's time consuming on the video, and I want the video to be 20 minutes is good for mitten. There. And by the way, they are very fun to do. When you get out to do it, it's time to pull. Now it's like magic. Woohoo! Very, very cute. No seam. It's an invisible one. I like it. There. And there. Put it there. And hiding the little tail of yarn all over. Stretch, stretch. Time to close the thumbs. So I just grab half of the stitch. I don't know if you see it, just half of it on the top, and then I will pull on it to close it, like when you do a hat. It's the same thing. There. So 1 thumbs almost finished. Double knot, and I did between the two layers. There. Voila! Thumbs is done. I need another one for the other. So now this part I will go a little bit faster because you already seen it. So you know how to do it. I will go very fast. And then I will show how to put your mittens together, how to close it and how to add your little thumbs on it. So time to remove the waste yarn. Check one, no. So now you go like this to straight your work, make sure it's not twisted. And then you go and close the other side, put your tail on one side and go to the opposite to do the closing. There. If you're still here, can you put a happy face in the comment, please? Give me an idea. Because you got more than half of the video, so that's good. If you're still here. There. Voila, it's removed. So time to straighten that together. Make sure it's not twisted. And I will remove the stitch marker. I will show you with the tip of the wool needle. Just go and grab it. Very, very easy to remove. So time to attach those two together. To attach those and make sure that the collar is the same. I don't want to be having a twisted mitten, not comfortable to wear, so you keep on the same collar all the way. So this part is the back of the mitten. It's not the one where I put the thumbs. I will do that the other side. There. So I put that a little bit faster. Till I reach the other side. So I always grab 2 stitches in each side. 2 stitches in each side. You could go and grab 1, but it's longer and it's time consuming, so it's better to do 2 each time. It's better. So almost at the end, I will slow it down a little bit. I keep doing the same thing. Make sure you follow the same collar, it's very important. And then you will pull on your yarn. So you put one side and you pull on the other side, right there. You could pull and get more yarn like this. There. So I did cut it, and I will do the mattress stitch this side too. Make sure your work is parallel, both sides. Keep the same row, not the row but the same column. So this side I will add the thumbs, so be careful. A little bit difference. So I still do the mattress stitch. Pull on it a little bit. I should hide those tail before I had those. I had more yarn because it's a little bit consuming and confusing, so I will hide it right now. There. do a double knot and I those tail inside because it's bothering me. Too many little piece of yarn. So I will hide this one too. Oh, you didn't see it, but I hide it. Sorry. So it's gonna be more comfortable now. Less tail in my way. So I continue. So you see the number 18. It's approximately the number of rows that I go. Count the rows. Before I put the thumbs, I put my hands in it to see, and it's a little bit too high, so I will add to reach at least 14 rows before I had the thumbs. So 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's 18, so I do a double knot here to secure it, and then I will get my thumbs. So I got the thumbs there. Grab 2 stitch on the column, and I will grab 1 on the thumbs, 1 full stitch, 2 stitch here, and 1 on the thumbs. It's a full V on the thumbs. If you don't know what is a stitch, it's a full V. Me, I'm not a knitter, so a different language. I know I should learn, but I can't keep that new language in my head, so sorry for that. So I grab the full stitch and grab 2 there. Pull on it, very nice seams. So I'll go back on my way to the first stitch that I start for the thumbs with my needle, and I will go and stitch it here too. So grab 1 stitch and 2 stitch here, 1 full stitch and 2 stitch by following the same column, 2 stitch there. You see better here. So a full stitch, 2 stitch there, 1 full stitch here, and 2 stitch on the mitten. So I continue like that, and then I close in front with the double knot. You don't see it, sorry. The camera was not recording. I missed like 2 seconds, sorry. So we continue sewing on the same column, and then I will pull on it to do the magic trick. Invisible seams. I like making mattress stitch. It's clean and professional look at the end. It's not easy to start to sew, but when you get it, oh, it's very nice. So it's time to close this thing, and I did in the double layer. Got it, another tail to hide. Right here, make sure I attach those 2 together, and then there, pull and hide. There. So I hide my tail. Oh, I have a little tail here. I will cut it. There, it's finished. So thank you so much for your support, and voila, it's finished. So you have to do the second one now. I did mine. Ciao ciao, see you later for a new video next week. One video every week. Never give up. Never give up.